I gotta tell you, I'm still a bit sick from last actually I don't think I filmed the last video actually, just cause I remember pressing the record button, but I remember stopping like 2 minutes later because I just couldn't. I was feeling really sick that day, honestly. Because what happened, right, is some members of my other family, they got really sick, and then it just passed through the whole family. So you know, not ideal, but I forget that. Let me just make this turn really quick. Now, I forget how much it sucks, like how it feels to be sick, and dude, I am so glad that I am usually not sick, because it's tough. You know, it is stuff. I had this feeling where like I was about to go to sleep, right? I got suddenly really cold out of nowhere, like actually out of nowhere, and I was like shivering, but the room was room temperature. I got the chills. It was so weird. Let's see. Should I turn here? Should I wait for the light? I feel like I should wait for the light. Yeah, that's a good choice. But yeah, no. So if I'm a bit like not planned, but if I was a bit like cough a bit, that's why. But as I say that, right? Let me just clear this turn really quick. Oh, this light always takes the longest, I feel like. Just because there's a lot of like traffic. I feel like cool. Yeah, because there's a lot of traffic on it, it always takes a long time to clear it. But okay, now we're big chillin', you know. I've been using that word a lot, big chillin', you know. Now we chillin', you know, we chillin'. But also, I wasn't really looking forward to this shift specifically, because like, since like when you're cold, when you're sick, you don't want to add on top of it, and naturally, like, because you're in parking, you're in the outside, like it's not gonna do good for your health. So wasn't exactly like ideal for me to be working tonight, but you know, it's important I did. You know, again, I feel like it's easy to like look at the highlights, right, and say tonight wasn't a highlight, right? Actually, there was one thing that made a highlight, actually. Not like a really good highlight, but like enough for like I hope I remember it. So what happened, right, is me and another employee, cast member, as Disneyland would want us to call each other, we were at Ozone, right, which was basically when you come into the toll booth, we're the first person you see, right? And I particularly like this person because he pushes me, right? Not in like like, if you know like gyms and like gym trainers, you feel like you could say, oh, this person pushes me, right? And they push you to become a better person physically, right? In this case, this guy pushes me to be a more socially inept person. It's a funny way to phrase it, but what happened, right? And yeah, I might cut this short just because I feel like it's a bit tough. But so what happened, right, is I'm with this guy, right, and we're talking about cast member recognition, the app. And basically it's like you send a person a cast member recognition, and it's like, oh hey, like, we appreciate you did a good job, you know. I've gotten like 4 all in all, you know, so it's something like a notification you'll get. They'll be like, hey, you did something good for like Amy from you know, that's a guest, right? So it's like a thank you card basically, right? We were talking about this, and Jesse was like, hey, you should tell that guy to give me a cast member recognition, because Jesse went to go help him out, right? I completely forgot to use the name Jesse, but it's fine. I'm already too deep in, you know. And he was like, hey man, like, give me, like, tell him to go give me cast member recognition, right? And I thing is, he didn't say for me to do that, but I was like, dare me to do it and I will, right? So the guy has to come back, and I'm like, hey, like, the funny thing is, like, he was in a group, right, of people. He was a student, and if he was by himself, absolutely I would have, but he was in a group of people, so I was like, I'm not gonna do that just because he's in a group of people, you know. And that just, I know it's like it's not like you're taking that person away from their like friend group, right? So me personally, right, I wouldn't have done it if it was a friend group, a whole friend group, right? Nonetheless, right, just like, hey, come over here, and then he pulls him to me. He's like, go tell him, and then he sends off to the side, right? Now the purpose, right, this is important, right? The purpose of recognition is to say, like, hey, you helped me out a lot, I appreciate you for that, right? That's the official purpose of a recognition, right? In parking, I don't know if it's a common thing or it's a me thing. I've used recognition to joke with other cast members, right? I've peer pressured my lead to give me a recognition. I gave him one because he was like, I always tell him how I'm not trying to do anything, trying to chill out, have a good time. I told him that thank you for recognizing me as the hardest worker you've ever known, right? It's only funny to him, but trust me, it's funny. But I was like, so the purpose is to give an actual compliment, but I feel like in parking, that's not something that'll happen just because we're in parking, so it's kind of a joke. So what happened is the guy, again, set the scene again, right? My friendly cast member Jesse pulls him to me. He's like, hey man, like, this is the guy, talk to him, I'm gonna stand over here for 1 second, right? So the purpose is to give him like an actual, like, hey man, go appreciate him. But I was like, hey man, this is what you write, man. Dude, my guy Jesse, bro, 6'5", 255 pounds of muscle, right? Like, he's really good, man. He's a cool dude. Dude, look at Jesse. He's a cool, attractive looking guy, right? And I go on for like 20 seconds about like how Jesse lives like the bachelor life, right? And how he's just a really like handsome young guy, right? Like, I'm like, have you seen Love on the Spectrum, right? He's been on it before. Right? And I'm like, go give him a cast member recognition, right? And the guy was like, cool, right? And the thing is, his friends, right? Again, I overheard this. His friends were like, man, I wish I had somebody glaze me up that hard. And it was funny because afterwards, the guy I was working with, he was like, hey man, you didn't need to do that. Dude, just tell him to recommend me. Just tell him to give me a recognition. And you told him that I was 6'5". I'm right here. He's like 5'9", like in real life. And I told him he was like 6'5". Man, you gotta do what sometimes you gotta do it for the plot, you know. Now to be fair, right, I wouldn't have that. This is why I liked this guy in particular. I would not have done that except with this guy particularly, because he encouraged me in certain aspects. And like you gotta make memories, man, you know. Like funny enough, earlier in the day, right, I'm working with a different employee, and this guy, I forget what we're talking about, but within like 10 minutes, like we could stop cars to like tell him something typically, and then send him like certain ways, right? Within 10 minutes of me as a cast member, dude, I convinced him, because I did this. I was like, dude, that car right there with the family, I'm gonna stop them for no reason, and then afterwards I'm gonna send them through. So I go up, there's family of 4, I stop them, and then after like 4 seconds I just send them on through, right? Total, like, there's no reason for me to do that, right? There's no logical reason for me